Hello people. Alright, just a quick one. Right, I was going to try and do this outdoors at some stage, but I don't know whether I'm going to get the chance to do this. So I thought, right, what I'll do now is obviously blowing a hoolie out of this. I thought, right, let's do a bit more of a control. Let's turn the light on and get a bit of light. If you bear with me. So it's all these eco what's it light bulbs. Right, it's a bit brighter. Right, so what I want to show you is this pack. It's the 90 litre Virtus, I should say, Bergen. This is the Mark 1. I think there's a Mark 3 out there now, so this one's not the top loading one. But I started this, I was going to do it differently, but I want to start this like this because I'm 6'1", and I've put this on, and there's a lot of controversy out there saying that, you know, you need the spine, the bionic spine and all that to work. It's a load of tosh. The military's not going to design a pack what has to be worn with that all the time. Otherwise, you know, you're not wearing body armour, belt kit all the time, so these do fit. Anyway, as you can see, the straps, they fit perfectly over the contour of the shoulder, my shoulders, and you've got this part of the frame on the pack which brings it up and over. Well, I'll tell you a little bit of a backstory. I'll take this off for a minute. It's got a waist belt, sternum strap and that, but anyway, you can see the shape of the harness itself, the shoulder straps. But I know nothing about Virtus until at the weekend. Let's drop this down here. And a friend of mine put me onto it. And he basically said, you know, blah, blah, blah. He told me all about it. So I said, I was going out that day anyway with my Berghaus Munro, not Berghaus, my Berghaus Vulcan 2. I had it loaded up, excuse me, for a bit of fizz, just post-it note dropped off, which has got my notes on it. And I stopped off at a surplus shop on the way and went and checked out to see if they got any Bergens in. I know the bloke quite well. And it just so happened there, one hanging up on the wall. So brand spanking new. So I messaged my mate, said, yeah, he got one, blah, blah, blah. And I had a good look over it. And chatting with a friend of mine who had one and used it in the field anyway, who works there now. And, you know, he's telling me all the pros about it and everything. So I said, you know, I told mate, yeah, got one, blah, blah, blah. So long story short, I put it on and I had a check. I was going to get another one which was there, but he didn't have one. So I decided to get this with the okay from a friend. I tried it on and I was instantly amazed at how comfortable the back system is. Excuse my glasses. Right, I'm just going to tilt the camera to show you. I should do it about there. Right, so I'm using a remote because I'm blind. Right, come on, a bit more. Right, the back system on this. If I turn it sideways, you can see the way it's shaped. Okay, this doesn't touch your shoulders, that's just the internal framework. But the strappage contours your body perfectly. Right, you've got a grab handle on either side of the pack. So that's the system where they put in the artificial spine thing. You know, it fits in there somehow. But you have a hollow all the way down there, and this here sits perfectly on my back. I'd say I can feel it, just this sort of, my shoulder blades sit there like that. So I suppose with the natural, if I bend down, the natural shape of your shoulder blades, it fits in perfectly. Obviously it's scalloped slightly, you can see, so you've got some breathability down your back. And all the bells and whistles and all the straps and everything, it's like it's a high-end pack. And you've got drinking tube, drinking straw Velcro bits either side, so it's obviously can use it with a hydration pack. But the way since looking into this, is they fit on the outside. This comes with no what do you call it, side pouches. And looking online at them, because these are hard to get hold of, well, not so much hard to get hold of the Bergens, there's not a lot out there, but the pouches themselves are hard to get hold. People are asking stupid prices for them. They're the Mark 1s were a 5 litre pouch. The Mark 3s, I'm not sure about the Mark 2s, the Mark 3s are a 7.5 litre pouch, and they're a 500 denier Cordura, so it's very hard wearing. It's got a nice feel to it, but it's also quite supple. And I would like to get some at a later stage, but at the moment it's just nigh on impossible. I'm not paying stupid money when the pack nowhere near cost me that amount of money. So what I'll do is quickly give you an overview. I'll show you. I'll just zoom out a bit. Excuse the camera work. I'd like to have done this outside, but it's just not possible. I'll show you on the side here. You've got, I put a dump pouch on there because what I do is I put my grail in there if I need to. It's part of my purification kit. You've got Fastex buckles which are fixed through there. You can take that off and take that off if you want and just have it straight across. But you've got slip pockets, so you can put kit in there. Okay. On the other side, I'll just do that up. It's so simple and effective. I was quite sceptical at first whether I would get on with this, but I could easily sell this easy. But I'm not going to. But I've got like a heavy cover, or was it Keith canteen set in there, and the strap comes across and it holds it in perfect. So if I want to get that in and out, that's easily done. What I will be doing is, like I say, getting some pouches of some sort where I can probably fix onto there, so make it a lot easier, because I like the idea of having these uncovered. Right, on the back of the pack, as we're looking at it now, you've got, there's plenty of room there, by the way. You've got this nice pocket here, which so you can access your sleeping bag. And it threw me at first because there's no top entry to this pack. It's down the sides. It's a clamshell. But when I got it home and I had a look at it and everything, or before that, I loaded it up with stuff out of my Vulcan. Let me just look. My Vulcan weighed in at 40 pounds with water and food. I swapped it over to this, and the weight came out at £36 12 ounces. So straight away, there's a massive saving in weight because of the materials. And it carries better than my Vulcan, to be honest. And that is a beautiful pack if anyone's tried it. But what I've done is I had an issue modular sleeping system with the inner bag in, and that was packed in the older style rubber dry bags, the bigger ones. I think it's 70 litre or whatever they are. So I've swapped them out for X-Bed dry bag, which is lighter still, and a Snug Pack Sleeper Light, I think it's called. I've used this in minus conditions and I know it works for me, but that's with generating a lot of heat during the day, having a meal before you get in your pit, and obviously putting a warm layer on if need be. Alright, so when you get the pack, if it's new, you'll get this pocket and you'll have, it clips on either the bottom or on the top, and it comes over and it does up to these buckles, and it's straps, but then they've got like this bit of material here to actually hold the thing. I suppose it's for anti-tank weapons or whatever, if you need to carry them, and everything comes in it, and the waist belt, there it is there. And I've just put a sewing kit in there. Right, so that's a handy little feature, that. I can now access, like I said, my sleeping bag from the top, from the bottom, easy. But if I want to get into the main one, into the main sack, get to everything, say you're in a location, if you're just using this for camping or whatever, or a bit of bushcraft or whatever, you can lay this down and then just open it all up. But first of all, what I'll show you, the other features I'll show you, is you've got the helmet cover, which is built into these. Obviously the Brits, it's elasticated and they put their helmet in there, but this can roll up like so. There's a Velcro tab there. This Velcro undoes there. You can keep it like that. But I like the idea of having a helmet cover on there, because if I've got my waterproofs on and then I have to take them off, I can quickly slip them in there and like so. You've got your normal molly on the bottom, on the top and on the sides. You've got one pocket here, which is, I'll show you how far it goes down. It goes down to the bottom of the molly, and it's from there to there. It's quite a narrow pocket, but all I do is I've got an old blank bag in there, and I'll keep my poo kit in there. And you can put any other bits you want, but that's easy accessible there. You've got your standard Velcro on there for putting your zap patch or whatever, because obviously when you're a squaddy, everybody's got the same kit, they all look the same, so you put your identifying marks on there. Then behind that, you've got, yet again, double YKK zips. Pull this down, you've got this pocket. In this pocket, I've got, in here, I've got, this is to show you how big it is, I've got the large folder cup, a decent brew kit, and I like this because I can just pull it out and it's everything in one container. I've got, my Jetboil flash, and I've got a long handled spoon, and then the old Yank MRE spoon. Okay, there is another video in English on YouTube about this, but I don't think it's just the fellas, you know, he talks about it, but they give his views. But he keeps going about this back system that he wants to use in that, but after what I've looked into and spoke to a few friends who are still serving, it's a load of rubbish. You don't need it. This is designed to be used without that. Let's put that to one side. And then I carry a mesh bag, and that's got my millbank in it and scour in there because I want it to be able to dry, hence why it's in a mesh bag, because I can actually clip this on the outside of the pack, and I've got a bag in there sealed up with Puri tabs. Okay, so that's my cooking and hydration sorted there. And then I've got a nylon drawstring DPM bag, and I've got some rations and stuff in there. Okay, there's like 12 hours worth of rations. I'll just put that to one side. So then that's that pocket completely empty, and that goes down to the base here, to obviously the top. You've got a sewn in clip there, and it feels quite sturdy. I don't think it's going to break too easily. So that's nice and plenty of room. But with everything packed in the main compartment, it's not busting at the seams. That's what I didn't want. I want to be able to, the whole idea of having a pack, I mean, this is 90 litre, even my 120 litre, you don't pack them out fully. You want room in there to get gear in. So if I just quickly bring in the missus measure, that pocket from there to there is 15 inches. Across at the zips where they end, you're looking at 12.5 inches. And then the depth, I would say, going by that seam there to there, you're probably looking at about 4 or 5 inches in depth that way. Okay, right, just grab me post-it again. The whole pack is 27 inches tall. The depth, obviously from the front to the back, is 14 inches. And the width, I've measured it up, roughly about 18 inches, okay? So there's that. So what I'm going to do now is quickly pack these in, back in there, sit that down there, and that's you know, there's loads of room still. You don't overpack it. And then this, obviously, cook brew kit, and there's enough room in here to put other brew kits. I could put a full Trangier 27 in here easy. Okay, so then you fold that over there. Right, I'll go into the top now because it's going to be easier, because I'm going to have to take the camera off to show you the main compartment, or tilt it down to show you the main compartment. Right, I'll turn it round this way. These tabs here, I don't know if you can see them, let's just zoom in for you. I hate doing videos like this, they're crap. Right, if you can see that, I've got glass on, I can't see it looking on the screen on the camera. That's just folded over webbing strap, folded over. The buckle you get, if I can find one, I'll show you in a minute on the waist strap actually. It literally just slips through there, and then that toggles and that holds, and that is solid. It goes under there, you can see they're on a diagonal, each one, and that will then go to, where is it? You can either have it toggled onto the sides, or on the actual carrying system, you know, if it toggled either side, what it does is it comes down and toggles onto them, and that's where you stalk it under there. I'll strap it down. Right, with this you've got 4 poppers and 2 zips either side, and it's the same with everything in the British Army. It's bust out. Oops, he says. That's it. And there's that. I'll quickly just take them around here. And it's I think it's got to be waterproof because of if I can get it in there. It's basically, I have to read it. It says 90 litre Bergen NSN 8465-31-016-1649. Right, and it's SSP 00001, year of manufacture 2015. Yeah, it says remove back system before washing, tells you how to wash it. Right, so that flap there, can you see that? I think you can. Right, I've got some mechanics gloves there, just easy reach. This is the centre. Got IFAT Israeli dressing and a cat tourniquet. And this is a radio compartment. And you can see it's quite a depth, and it's like I was carrying a jet boil in it the other day. You can get your fist right down there, and this strap here is obviously to hold the radio in. But this has grown on me. I weren't sure at first about this, but this has grown on me. Reason being is I like to be able to compartmentalise my kit. If I just zoom out a bit, okay, and being able to just store stuff under there, easy to grab. My night vision will fit in there perfectly, my night vision scope. And then you've got a double zip pocket at the back, and this one is quite a nice size. I keep my electronics in here, head torch, strobe, and that's all spare camera batteries and SD cards and the like, and cleaning kit. And that's the same depth and width as the radio pouch. Okay, so that goes to the back because that's just tucked out the way better. I've got batteries, but they're in my chest pack because I intend to use this with my Helicon Tex chest pack. And then on the front here, okay, under this Velcro flap here, it's within reach. Okay, you've got another zip pocket, and what I've done is I put my first aid kit in there, chem light, and I got 50 feet of 18 gauge bank line. And the reason why I put it there is because even with the top flap done, I'd say to anyone, it's the top flap first pocket, and this is like a padded pocket. This one, it feels sort of padded in there. It's probably about ½ inch of foam, and a hard panel in there for the radio. But obviously the radio sits the other side. So I'm liking that. Keeps everything in place where you need it. And if you're rummaging around in the dark, yeah, I'm so used to top loading packs. But rummaging around in the dark, once I've used this a bit and I've got my memory of where all the bits are, I can get to bits straight away and find out where they are. And then to close it up, literally all the zips on the side, the Velcro's obviously gone down, and these here you can tuck your finger under, do the poppers up. Easy as anything. And I quite like that. I've not used it yet outside, but I would say that that's going to be a waterproof cover. And yet again, you've got another hook and little Velcro bit there for that. Right, let's just put this away. So I like my stuff all packed away. Okay. If you've got a bottle of drink or whatever, or something you want kept out of the way, it's ideal for camera gear, to be honest. If you do filming or any sort of photography or such, just a small handheld. My Sony Alpha 6400 fits in there. Also, I'll take the mic off. Right, like I said, I've got a dump pouch on there. That's just for my what do you call it, purification thing. The bottom, I'll turn it that way. You've got 3 big drain holes, one there, one there, one there. Okay, so obviously don't teach you to suck eggs, but if you know, not like America where they fucking stick everything on the outside of their kit without dry bags. Everything in your stuff, dry bags. You got loops there, and there's them bits there, so you can attach stuff to the bottom if you wanted to. I wouldn't see why you'd want to. Right, let's zoom you in a bit, and then you can see how this works. Come on, bloody camera. Right, I did think that this came, let me just angle you down a bit, without a waist strap. And I thought, oh, that's going to be a bit of a problematic, being the size of the pack, 90 litre. Now, day sacks, I don't mind. But this is your waist strap. That is it. Nothing more, nothing less. You've got these elastics on all the cables, all these straps, where you just roll them over and ping the elastic over, and that holds them in place. But all they do to fit, which I really do like, is there's that tabbed end of the webbing again. You just hold it straight, it's out. You've got that bit of buckle there, so it's in, poke it through, done. And that works adequately. So you can drop these, if you was like in the military and you're carrying it on top of your belt kit, you'd obviously drop them. But yeah, spot on. And the good thing is on eBay you can pick these buckles up pretty easy. There's like a, I don't know why it's like that, it's like a sleeve there. probably for no particular person. There's another purpose. There's another drain hole there. Right, it does come with grim locks on there. I'm not a fan of these, to be honest, but yeah, they're there. I suppose they're for, you know, you've got a radio in here, you want cables clipped up and that. But yeah, and the same with the sternum strap. There's two. You can see one. Clips up that way, and then you can all adjust it if you're smaller, but you'd have to be really small for it to fit like that. But yeah, I mean, I'm quite broad-shouldered and that fits me fine. I suppose you could extend it there if you wanted, but everything's the same. It all comes off easy. It's a good idea. What it's going to be like in, you know, when it's had a few years of use, I don't know, but I think it will sustain it quite well, because you can always get someone to sew on a few loops done just like that. Right, just zoom you out. Okay, I hope this comes out right. Right, let's get into the main pack. Right, so obviously I've got that slipped into there, so what I'm going to do now, unclip that, take the bottle out. Okay, undo the top, and straight away you'll notice there's zips down here and there's zips down there. That's for your side pouches, which are like £100. If you're going to be a mug and buy them, go ahead, but I am. I'd rather go without. Same on that side, like that. Okay, it's not going to come flapping off because it's through there. It goes like that and then back on itself. And then under here, where you've got these clips to put your helmet carrier clips into, you've got these two big toggles. Okay, all you do, all the way down, all the way down. Now, do this without dropping everything. That unfolds. You've got another keeper there. There's the keeper from the bottom pouch, and you've got a nice pocket there, which is so big, and I use that for toiletries, i.e. foot powder and a basic wash kit. Okay, so that zips in there. Right, that can be done. I've got a Nalgene in its case. Let's put that out of the way. I've got a bivvy bag. This is softy trousers, spare socks, spare underwear, t-shirt. Then I've got the Issue, don't know what level, kit mat, because I thought I do not want to put, I could put my Z-Lite mat on the outside, but I don't want to. Don't like having kit on the outside of my pack, to be honest. Then I've got, instead of the softy top, I've got my Snug Pack Sleeker jacket I've had for 10-15 years. I've got a full gas canister here because I've got a small one in my jet boil, and then I've got my sleeping bag, right, in its compression sack, put in an X-Bed dry bag, fits perfectly. Alright, then obviously my Pack Light waterproof jacket. I've gone over to this because it does pack small. I could even put it in a fire pocket or whatever, and it's brand spanking new, and it's the old style Gore-Tex I've been using, the DPM one. It wets out. I've treated it and everything. Right, this is the bottom of the radio pouch. It's got clips on here for, I don't know why, but if I didn't like this system, I could take that out and have a zip put in there, or a drawstring put in here. This is, I've not undone this. This is the zip for the back system. You'll see it goes in. It contours. That's the mounting bit for the thing outside, the spine, bionic spine. So it's got like a liner. I've never undone this. Yeah, that's how you get the frame in and out. I don't know if you can see that, but there's the frame in there. But the fella who done the other video was talking about taking the frame out and using it without the frame, and I'm like, why? I like the frame. It sits well on my back. So you can see it's soft. It's a 1000 denier carcass with 500 on the other bits. So then I just put my waterproof in there, and that's at the front. This is loaded this way because I want my waterproofs to be able to get them easily. Then what else did I have? Oh, that's it. Softy, whatever you call it, soup thing there. Gas canister I want to keep hot. No, I'll keep that down there. Well, actually, I'll keep the weight at the top. It goes there. Gas canister. My other water bottle goes up there. Fits either side because there's a gap either side. Ouch, cut myself at work. My kit mat, 3/4 length. Don't need a full length one. Goes up there. Bivvy bag goes on the front there, like so. And that way all that lot is accessible from the bottom. It's a bit weird trying to do it standing up, but you get the idea. It's when it's laid out flat, it's easier. And then my warm bits and spare. But it's basically like packing one of them suitcases, the wheelie suitcases. And bring that up, and you can see there's loads of room. Grab on with them big zippers, which are all zippers of YKK, and they're beast zippers. It's easier if it's laying down. Obviously gravity wants to push it all forward. It's called bivvy. I haven't put my tarp in here yet. Basically I'm going to run the DPM basher with that, but I'm waiting on somebody to send me a couple of bits so I can put my basher together and then do this up. Let's go in there, do that up, spin it round, do that up. Because it's all soft kit in there, I do need to, once I've put this on and jiggled it around, it'll settle itself down. Where's that gone? Is it that one? No. So I don't know what I'll do here. Yeah, it's that one. Right, yeah, you know the score anyway. Water bottle goes back on there. That's just a temporary fix. I've got another water bottle what I can actually, a water bottle case for that. I can actually molly that a bit higher up so it sits up here. But that's it. Like I said, got a grab handle either side. Belt you can take off. Lots of fixing points. And that, like I was saying, sits perfectly. The pad doesn't rub on you. They sit perfectly down my shoulder, just on the fraction on the inside of my shoulder blade, so it's the contour so it fits. These are made by Source, who make the hydration bladders, which I was told the other day by my mate, and they're made in Israel. Well, that's where it comes from. The design. I don't know if it's actually made in Israel, but yeah, it's an absolutely beautiful pack. Oh, you've got a grab handle on the top as well. I love it to bits. I mean, I've looked on eBay, and you go like 80, 90 quid or whatever. Some people are just trying to mug you off, but and ask for stupid prices, but just don't pay it. Just wait it out, and you'll get one at a reasonable price. I got this. I'm not going to tell you where I got this or how much I paid for it, but I got this at a reasonable price because of my connections with the people and such. But yeah, absolutely beautiful. Love it to bits. So you know, even if you're not going to buy one, consider going into a place and checking one out. If you can get new, because people are asking stupid prices for second hand. If you can get new, alright, you know it's not been abused. I do think it's very hard wearing and it's going to last. I mean, the pads, I done 4 miles there, had a brew and something to eat in the woods, and then come back, and it was spot on. Never had no soreness, no troubles in my shoulders. No, you know when you can feel the weight in your shoulders. I had none of that, so I'm very impressed. But I intend to run it with my chest pack, which I've got to try yet to see what it's like. And that's just like my nav and basic bits of fire lighting and whatnot in there, and a few little emergency bits. But yeah, if you compared Pathfinder, you see how he's loaded his out. It's done the same. It's simple as that. You don't want to overload it, but I've had this for a long time. I did have a Hill People Gear one, and I got rid of it because I prefer this. It's just a lot more. It's nice and easy and to use, and I'm happy with it. So yeah, Right, that's going to be it for now. Thank you very much. Any questions? Yeah, just ping us a question. I don't mind asking. If I know the answer, I'll tell you. If I don't, I'll try and find out and try and get back to you. But yeah, thanks a lot everyone, and I'll see you again.